Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner, and we are back, y'all. Child, we are here, okay? We is together on this good old Sunday afternoon to discuss love and marriage Huntsville. It is the end of an era because, somebody left the show. And now Sad Chicks is being mentioned, child. And I said, am I going to review Love and Marriage Huntsville? I don't know. And then I watched the episode and I said, oh, we have some things to discuss. Okay, but y'all know first things first, make sure to like the video, okay? Subscribe to the channel, okay? Like and subscribe. Also share this video, okay? Comment in the comment section and all of that. Okay, y'all know we were live on Thursday. We were live Tuesday and also on Monday. Okay, we did a little recap of the trailer of the show. Okay, but right now we are here for a full review of the actual new season of the Love, the Marriage, and the Huntsville. Is it really love and is it really marriage? Child, I don't know. Okay, but y'all look, and I had to do a whole new thumbnail around here. Got some good pictures. Okay, I feel like it's color themed around here, and y'all know I love me a good color scheme. I love me a good color themed thumbnail. Okay, even I feel like Martell and Destiny is the color scheming. It's the color scheming. Okay, anyway. I am here with hi, hello, y'all. I done went and picked up my groceries. I went to Taco Bell and got me a little Baja freeze thing. Got me a little taco, okay, to give me some energy to come talk to y'all today. And I said, well, Jesus, can you help me? Because I don't know why this show still was kind of good. Not in a male didn't matter kind of way. Not in a, with male gone, it's so much better. But with male gone, everyone else had to pull their own weight. Okay, that's why, to me, this episode was good. Okay, because no one on Huntsville Green Streets or Brown Streets or whatever color the street is over there. Okay, nobody over there on Huntsville's cast can now hide behind Mel Martell. You can't do Mel Martell no more. Okay, now we got to get to what you got going on. Okay, your life, your blessings, or mess. Okay, and that is why I said, okay, watching episode, because y'all know when the season finale aired, and we knew at that point in time that Mel had left. I said, well, am I gonna watch anymore? Is it a point to watch now? Because I'm like, they use Mel so much. I don't want to have a new season, and all it is them talking about her. She ain't there. All it is them blame her for thinking she's not there. Okay, and I was like, I don't want to do that. I said I will tune into episode 1 when the season came back, and I did that. And I'm like, okay, I can cuss folks out still because y'all still around here being messy. Okay, so again, like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I got graphics from Charlotte. I have not sat down and took notes and got pictures. In a minute. Okay, look, the old Jaylee coming back. I gotta do this show. I'm going back to doing Love After Lockup. Okay, the new season I think starts this week. Now that won't be live, that'll be premiere. Okay, but I'm getting back into, girl, the reviews of shows, reviews of movies, and all of that. Okay, and Love and Marriage Huntsville, it did not disappoint, but to me, Mel forced them to have to do better. Okay, to be better. Anyway, how y'all doing? Hello, everyone. I hope y'all all having a great Sunday and whatnot. Now, I will be live today at 6 p.m. for a gossip 6:30. It's set right now for 6. I may do it at 6:30. Even though I don't plan for this live to be longer than an hour or so. So I may do it. It's set for 6 right now. That I may push it to 6:30 because I have not done a graphic thumbnail yet. But again, I hope y'all having a good time around here. Okay, hello to all the people. Hello to my members, my moderators, my JayBirds, no birds, and everybody in between. Okay, good afternoon. But hey, to everyone around here, it's Sunday. It's nice outside. Okay, yes, catch up on all the lives that I did last week. I'm going to have more live this week and stuff. Okay, some on point. Thank you so much. Okay, yeah, the Baja Breeds are delicious. They're thirst quenching drinks. Okay, but yeah, I want to get into say hello to everybody. Okay, hi. Now let's get into now. And if you watching live, thank you. Okay, but if you also watching the replay, thank you too. Okay, I love both. Shirt is weird. I love people who watch live, but we also love those who watch the replay. Everyone is appreciated around here as long as you're liking and subscribing. Okay, because liking the video let them know I'm around here. Okay, anyway. Now, the first thing that we noticed around here is there is a new intro. Okay, now I feel like they had to do a whole new intro because Mel is gone. You know, and it would not have made sense to kind of just use the same intro from last season and take her out because that didn't make any sense. And to me, they had to do a full rebrand. Okay, in my opinion, they had to do all new promotion for the intro. It makes sense. Now I'm playing for y'all. Ain't no sound. Just it's the thing. I don't like it. I don't like the new intro. It's weird to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird in a way. I'm like, what y'all trying to be fancy? Everything was because I slowed it down. I slowed it down a whole lot. Before with the intros, you can see each person. You know what I'm saying? It's them. Hey, I'm Mel. Hey, I'm Martell. Hey, I'm Trisha. You know what I'm saying? You can see in this, it was like speed. I'm like, we don't have time to see any damn body. Okay. Now, is it supposed to be like a casino theme? I don't know. Okay, we got Martell around here who don't have shit going on. Okay, but the rent. So he's here to pay the bills. Okay, so Martell. Now, hey, I slowed this down. Like the intro was, I think, 30-ish seconds. I slowed it down to make this like an hour, a minute and 30 seconds, but it was so fast you couldn't see nothing. So Martell is still bald and not beautiful because he's got an ugly spirits. Okay, Maurice and Kimmy, girl, y'all not no. I guess they're trying to be silly because they want us to like them, and we don't really. I used to love Kimmy, but Kimmy and how she is placating to Maurice not being a fuckboy aggravates me, and I know that's her husband, and she has every right to protect that man that she wants to. But Kimmy, stop playing in my face, and by me I mean us. Okay, by me I mean us. But I'm gonna let that be right now. Okay, so Kimmy and Maurice. Okay, we then the train tracks. I don't know. We then go to who? Child. Look, I don't mean I'm not trying to be mean. Okay, not trying to be mean. Everybody in life matters. Everyone in life matters. Nobody is a nobody except for Code 45. And I'm not trying to be mean to this lady. But when I tell y'all, she is the most nothingness cast member ever. When I feel like she's around here making shit up as she go, okay, I think she be home like 1 potato, 2 potato. What should I do? Girl, go. And I mean that in a way to where even in real life, she has nothing going on that she brings to the show. You know, so is that a snake on her dress? I don't like that snake. I don't like her because she doesn't bring anything real to the show. Okay, she playing in folks' faces. Anyway, she want to act like whatever. Who else do we have around here? Oh, we playing tug of war? Really? It's the men versus the women? Really? Who idea was this? Carlos, who said it's a tug of war? Y'all fighting now? Okay. Ken, now look, I'm gonna say this. Ken and Trisha, to me, well, Ken, Trisha, and Marquez has the most real storyline of everyone. Because that lady is married with a boyfriend and having to juggle her boyfriend, her husband, her children, and her lives. Her lies, his lies too. They have the most real storyline. They're showing their real life. Even though I feel like stop. Okay. But again, they around here together for right now. Okay. I don't really put the word out. Not your bodybuilder. He a bodybuilder too. And then we have Marsau and Tisha. Okay. Oh no, Chris and Nell. Nell, I don't know. Look, Nell has always been a beautiful one. Nell looks so small now in this thing right here. Nell, you go, girl. You go, lady, around here. Okay. And then we also have, to me, they are now not the rope. First of all, put the rope down. Okay, put the rope down. But lastly, we have Tisha and Marsau. Okay, to me, they are now the couple of the show. They have been married the longest Chris and Nell has. But they want to be the, face of the brand now. I don't mind that because they are, OGs of the show. They are married. Now, they also lying in life. And not by they, I mean Marsau. But again, it is what it is. So, this was the new intro. And what I did not like was this end shot. Okay. This end shot, I'm like, why is Destiny in the middle? I get that they didn't want to couple up Martell and Dad because they're not a couple, supposedly. And so they put them separate, but it would have made more sense to put Destiny on the other end. If Martell is single and on the end, for her single ass on the end too. Okay, Kimmy and Tisha should have been in the middle too. Trisha and her boyfriend and Nell and Chris should have been, on the ends, and Destiny should have been on the end by herself. She should not have been in the middle. Her dress should not have been different because ain't nobody come to see her Otis. Okay, no one come to see her. Not Moses, not Lance, not LeBerick. No one is coming around, girl.
Shut your mouth. Okay?
Because no one asked that. So she really should have been the other end. That would have been a cohesive look. That let me know y'all doing shit just because. Because I'm like, she in the middle? Nigga. Why? Her and Martell are single individuals. Put them on the end. Okay? So that was... Child, I done cussed the lady out, and she did nothing to me, but I don't like her. But those were my thoughts on the intro. I don't like the intro. I do not. I'm gonna start a poll. Do y'all like the new intro? Okay, so let's poll this up. We shall see if y'all like it or not. Let's get into the episode. As my thumbnail says, the Scots are out here deflecting. Martell is using coleslaw as a scapegoat. Trisha is delusional. Okay, it's the delusions. And Destiny, girl, bye. I felt like, look, I am not going to call coleslaw by her government name. I refuse to call her by her name only because that lady is a side piece. I don't care that Martell is not married no more. She started off as a hidden, secret side piece, knowing that man was married with 3 to 4 children already. I can never see coleslaw as birth name, ever. Okay? Ariane, coleslaw, gratuity, curry, never hoped will always be called coleslaw to me. Not because of how their stuff started, but how once it all blew up, how she reacted to being caught with a married man, how she went about trying to embarrass, harass his wife. So to me, she will always be coleslaw. So I've seen, now I know on this show, they're now saying her name. I won't. Okay. The most you may hear me say is Ariane, coleslaw, gratuity, curry, never hoped is what I, and the gratuity is because he kept saying before at one point, she was like a 15%er. She's gratuity. Okay, so I just want y'all to know I don't want anyone in the why won't you call her? I refuse to do it. Okay, so this is my disclaimer. Jaylee will never call that lady by her name. Coleslaw, slaw cold, gratuity, sad piece, never a hope. Not today, not ever. Anyway. Let's get to the show. Y'all having fun? Y'all, I miss reviewing this show. Okay? I do. Because the way I can read everyone feels great. Anyway, we start off. Well, no, first I wanted the synopsis of the show. Said the group deals with the fallout after the trip to LA. The trip to LA is the reunion. I don't know why they keep saying the LA trip, but it was a reunion. Y'all filmed the reunion. Anyway, so they're dealing with the fallout of the LA trip, including Martell's social media antics and Chris's comments on NDAs. Ken and Marquez make peace, but tensions erupt when Marquez shows up to the house uninvited. The flooded lives are upended. Child, I'm going to leave that be. We start off with Marsau and Tisha. Their house needs to be painted. Okay. Marsau and Tisha's house looked like the Amityville horror house. Why does it look dirty? Pressure wash it. Ain't no grass outside. Is it barren? Why y'all house, girl? Ain't no leaves on the tree. Is it fall? Maybe it's fall or winter. I don't know. So the outside of their house, to me, it needs a paint job. Okay, did a murder happen here? Okay, is an Amityville horror house. I don't like it. And then now y'all know they remodel the inside. The inside don't match the outside. Okay, the inside too fancy. The outside looks ridiculous. Okay, and because they added pieces on, they've added pieces on. The house look like it's surgery built. Okay, it's a bad built by your house. Okay, the thighs don't match. Okay, bitch, the thighs don't match. Trisha Marsau house thighs don't match. I'm saying y'all, it does not match at all. The inside, the remodel of the inside is amazing. Fix the outside. Okay, fix it. So we have a new confessionals. Y'all know we have a little fashion chat. So we see, look, whoever Tisha has styling her now is amazing. Okay, Tisha's style has 100% went up. Okay, has went up. Her in this blue with his up ponytail, gorgeous. Face card, amazing. Okay, now her bald-headed husband next to her, I'm mad his tie wasn't blue. His tie should have been blue to match her dress, but I digress. Okay, and we see Wanda back. Child, crazy as ever. Anyway, Marsau's suit looks fine. You know, it's a little silver suit, a little lavender tie and whatnot. It's fine by me. Her mama back at Wanda, then wandered back in the house. Okay, she back around here for no real reason. Well, Wanda back because because Mel is gone. You know, Mel said the bitch can't be around here. Okay, not today, not ever while I'm here. And because Mel is gone, they want to bring in someone to be interesting. Why? Because no one can blame Mel for nothing. You all have to pull your own way. Wanda outfit, girl, is a sequence. It looks sequence. It also look a bit fishnets. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure when she stands up, it looks better. I'm a firm believer in when you are sitting down doing interviews, your outfit has to be a sit down outfit, not a stand up outfit. This Wanda outfit, where it ties, anyway. Wanda here. I like her hair, but Wanda's still batshit crazy. So Wanda then came around here to fuss with them. Now again, this is also the inside of the house. That house was small. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay. But y'all have too much furniture in this small ass house. Anyway. So Wanda around in the cause mess. Why? Because what else would she do? Okay. So, you know, Tisha, Marsau, and messy ass Wanda chit chat. Now we know Martell did that video with coleslaw and, you know, potato salad. Because if coleslaw aside, the girl they interviewed was a sad too. Okay, so coleslaw, potato salad, and Martell did that YouTube video that she didn't make no money from. And you know, and that's how I know that Martell and coleslaw are stupid, because y'all did a whole YouTube video that got like 80,000 views, and you were too stupid to monetize it. Dumb. Anyway. So because that video happened, now Marsau's response was, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not responding. I'm not commenting. Blah 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 blah. Marsau said this: if I don't say nothing, you know, it don't touch me. Tisha and Marsau had did a Instagram live. I think either right before or right after Martell's video. And they were saying, we don't want the show turning into YouTube or social media leading how our show goes. Meaning, Martell went on social media and said, my husband had an affair. We don't want to address it. So let's just say that no social media thing should make it on the show. Bitch, please. Okay, when coleslaw and potato salad was around there with bald ass Martell saying your husband was messing with her, him, and whoever. is going to be discussed. And even though Marsau does not want to directly address it, Carlos King said, fine, I'll bring you your messy ass mama-in-law. Because your messy ass mama-in-law is going to ask the Tisha may not ask you, Wanda will. That's why she's here. Wanda will do whatever for a check. Anyway. She's like, so, Marsau, you run like Martell? Martell was around there with coleslaw and potato salad. What happened? Did you know that girl? Okay. Where is the girl? Is she your girlfriend? Is she a side piece? Did you fuck her? What's going on? Now, her asked him flat out, what about the video of Marsau? What about what Taylor said? What about it? What happened? Okay, where is she in your life? Is she today? What's happening? Okay, now she thinks he lying. We all think he lying. Everyone thinks Marsau is lying. Maybe not about cheating currently. I don't think that he's currently cheating. I do think he has cheated on Tisha. I absolutely, even if he never put his penis in another person, he still cheated in some kind of way. Okay? If he fingered somebody, if someone gave him a hand, something, it was something. At some point, even a kiss, a date, a flirt, something. I do not feel men who don't cheat don't be friendly with Martell. Birds of a feather flock together. And Marsau and Maurice were too aware of Martell's cheating for them not to be indulging in cheating too. Just saying. Okay? So Marsau does what he does best. He deflects. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not answering nothing. I already told y'all I'm not saying shit. My response was nothing. So that's my response to you as well. Now, Wanda had a good rebuttal to that. Wanda saying you having no response is not fair. To my daughter, to my family, because this is all over the blogs, whatever. It's not fair that you choose to not address what is a publicly addressed thing. So you can't keep saying, well, I'm not going to respond. I have nothing to say. That's not fair to my daughter. Now, Tisha, we know, always use her mama as her mouthpiece. So I'm pretty sure Wanda know, Tisha want to know. Period. And Wanda feel like if I beat Marsau down enough, he may say a truth that will expose his lies. Okay? But again, he said, I ain't saying shit. I ain't saying shit. I ain't saying shit. Okay? And when Wanda said, you think you smart, but I know you're a liar. I'm coming for you, okay? I don't care about nothing. If you say something I don't like, I'm coming for you. She like, Wanda know Marsau is as slick as a can of oil. Because she is too. Now, Tisha may be dumb in her marriage, but she love her husband. And that's fine. If you love him, fine. However, when she said, me and my husband, we have a way to communicate and we know how to talk to each other, okay? And, Marsau knew what Martell said wasn't okay, but he been my protector all my life. Girl, bye. If he was truly your protector, y'all would not be in this situation. If he truly was your protector, he would not even have you in the crosshairs of someone like Martell. If he truly was your protector, Martell would know to never cross the barrier of disrespecting Marsau's wife. True men who protect their woman, their wife, their girlfriend, their person, does not let this kind of shit happen. And if something does happen, they nip that shit in the butt one way or the other. And he doesn't. Marsau leaves enough space to make you look stupid. And he blames, well, why would I respond? No. If you didn't do it, no. I have not cheated on my wife. I don't know that bitch. She's a liar. She's another side piece. It's coleslaw and tater salad. So when she tried to make it seem as if he may not let anything physically happen to Tisha. I fully believe if Martell or coleslaw or Penny tried to physically attack Tisha, I really believe Marsau would knock their heads off. I do believe he will physically protect her from being physically harmed. However, he will never protect her from being emotionally embarrassed and humiliated. He won't. Okay. So that was them right there. Okay. Now let's see. Next up, the other Scots. The other ones. So we have Kimmy, who had 2 looks in this episode, and her husband Maurice. Maurice thinks he is the smartest mouse in the house, but he isn't. Okay, Maurice to me is worse than Marsau because Maurice uses too many words that never make sense. Okay, that never makes sense. And Kimmy be like, okay, baby, I guess I'll disagree. Girl, stop agreeing with Maurice. Okay, stop this saying with Maurice. No, tell him you sound stupid, husband, and I don't like it. Okay, you're making me look dumb, and I ain't stupid. Anyway, I hate Maurice's suit. I don't know if it's because the shirt is weak. Like, I don't like the brown with the shirt that looks a little bit blue, and then the your pinkish or reddish tie. I feel like his tie matches Kimmy's undergarments and whatnot. I don't like it. I don't like it. I love Kimmy's look. I love this pink. I love the hair. I love it. She looks great. I love Kimmy's outfit here. I don't much like the blue dress. And I don't know if maybe I don't like the dress with the hair color. I'm not sure. And it's not that it's a bad dress. Or I like that. I don't like the hair and the dress together. I may like them both separately, but this pink suit thing she got on, I love it. Kimmy looks good with her bald head ass husband. Anyway, so over there at their house, they have Maurice's son. And he is 18, filling out college applications or whatever. And they use this moment to become a pep talk. I said, now how the fuck we get here? Now how do we do that? Now, the last we've seen of them at reunion, okay, and we know that Mel, well, not even Mel, everyone was saying, Maurice, you got a DUI. You supposedly hit a pole. He hit something. Okay. And we haven't heard, now we know in the meantime, the case was dismissed. I need folks to know, a case being dismissed does not mean nothing happened. A case being dismissed does not mean nothing happened. Okay. So while sitting there with Monster, again, Maurice's son, and talk about college. Oh yeah, in college, you gotta make the right decisions or whatever, because your friends may be hanging out and drinking or getting high, and you have to make the right decisions in life. Not using his son going to college as a deflection for his daddy getting a DUI. Oh, because you want the son to know, hey, don't be like your daddy out here making the wrong decisions and getting DUI. Be around the right people. So your dad, not like your daddy, who around here getting DUI and getting accused of having affairs with Sappies in Vegas and Atlanta. Okay, so when they're talking to Monja, well, yeah, so did you hear about my DUI? How the fuck did he knock it? I was like, how did you hear? Your son heard about your DUI. Why? Because it was on the fucking news. It was on the news. Yes, he knew. Yes, he heard about it. Abso-freaking-lutely. Okay, so and you can tell that Monster kind of did not want to. Either he did not want to have this conversation, or he like, why the fuck you asking me about what my friends said? I'm not gonna be snitching on camera of my friends. You know? So did you hear things about my DUI? He's like, well, I heard things, yes. You know what I'm saying? Well, from who? Who said what? Sir, leave me alone. And he said, well, my friends like crack some jokes. But Monster felt so uncomfortable having this pep talk conversation with his parents. Kimmy, you allowing Maurice to use this pep talk about college to be about him and the DUI. And Maurice is saying, well, did your friends crack jokes? Did they crack jokes when they found out when the case was dismissed? They didn't care. They didn't care. So the whole thing about, that's the thing, son, people love talking stuff when stuff happens, but no one wants to backtrack. And, sir, the dismissal of your case did not mean you were not pulled over for being intoxicated. That ain't what it meant. What it meant was they did not charge you for what you were pulled over for. We still wonder, where were you going? Where were you coming from? Again, it's a deflection. Let's not rehash. We never said where I came from, who I was with, and why I was drunk. So Kimmy and Maurice up here deflecting together as a dynamic deflecting duo aggravated me. Because Kimmy now I don't know if Maurice told her the truth and she knows, so she don't care. Okay? Maybe Kimmy fully knows where he was, who he was with, but that's a point of the matter of they're always deflecting from conversations about what is really going on. That's what makes Kimmy look dumb and also Tisha. It's not that, our husbands are cheating on us and we accept it. It's no, there are clear holes in y'all marriages and y'all life and the storyline, and y'all look dumb for ignoring it. It do seem like y'all know it's some shit afoot, but let's deflect. My husband was gone all night, got a DUI, and I'm going to just blame it to, it was dismissed. But what happened? So whatever. It aggravated me. It aggravated me. And Kimmy, I just hate when people, it's like disparaging comments or disparaging, conversations about a person, and tries to ruin their reputation. So I was happy the case was dismissed. Of course you was, because now you can help your husband deflect. Instead of coming to some kind of conclusion of what the fuck happened. That's what I hate. There's no conclusion to what happened. Where were y'all? Not y'all. Where was he coming from? Where was he coming from? You was at home sleeping, looking for him. Or it seemed like because he may not be home all the time, you didn't care. I don't know. But deflecting together. Okay, deflecting together. They went from that ignore conversation to, we want a restaurant being built. Marsau is supposedly building this restaurant they're working on or whatever. And because Marsau is also building, Scot Manor on that mountain. Child, that mountain house, Scot Manor, that Marsau been building for 6-7 years, child, I hope he gets it built. I do. But Kimmy's point is, I want this restaurant built, and Marsau takes forever. When you know Marsau is a slow builder, why use him? I don't care if someone's family or not. If I need something done and I know my family gonna take too long, I'm not using you. Just to say I used you. I'm not gonna do it. So they rounded building a house, her restaurant not built and whatever. She then brings up, I was talking to Tisha, and Tisha said, we was talking whatever. She was about Chris. So it's like, yeah, Chris has said, like, he kind of threw y'all up under the bus or whatever. And Chris said that, she and men be having women's side DNA for DNAs, NDA back in the day, you know what I'm saying? And he said that he don't do NDA. That's something that y'all do, that you and Marsau does. Now, let's be clear. They are using Mel still. Chris had a scene with Mel last season. And in the conversation on camera, Chris told Mel, Yeah, it wasn't me that do NDAs. Like that's something, the Scots, Maurice or Marcel would do. So them talking around scenes with Mel, them not saying Mel's name, them showing Chris sitting there and he's sitting across from Mel, they don't show Mel. I'm like, not y'all around here still using Mel as a piece of things, a little piece. So I was like, girl, he told that to Mel. Why are we acting like he said it's Mel on camera on last season? I digress. Okay, so again, they're still using Mel without saying her name, and Kimmy going around the whole what Chris said to Mel on camera last season aggravated me. But maybe Mel does not want her name mentioned. Maybe Mel does not want her to be shown. Maybe Mel is like, I'm off the show. Don't use me. Don't discuss me. I'm guessing. But I'm telling y'all, they're still talking around stuff that happened with Mel on the show. So Timmy saying, look, have you ever had a side chick, a coleslaw, sign an NDA? He said, I've never had anybody sign an NDA. That's not the right answer. Maurice, do you not know? That's not. He's like, what do you mean? She's like, you should have said that. You should have said you don't have a side chick. He can't say that. He probably can't say that. Okay, his point was, I've never had anyone sign one. I never had anyone sign, if you say so. And maybe they don't have to because Maurice and Marsau just got famous. I feel like back when Martell first met Coleslaw and when Maurice and Marsau was allegedly cheating on their wives, no one knew them. So they didn't need an NDA. They were nobodies. You know what I'm saying? They were nobodies. So in real life, real people in real life are not around here having sad pieces, men and women, sad NDAs. You do that when you are a public figure of status. If you have something to lose, they all just got something to lose. So he probably never has had someone he fucked sign an NDA. Now going forward, he probably will. I digress. But he said, we should be honest. I don't have no side piece, but it isn't. But it's not. Not today. Not ever. Okay. Look, y'all go ahead and do a good 30 seconds. We're gonna watch Aaron Pierre and them. 30 good seconds. Like the video because you should. It's the thing to do. And we're back. Okay. Let's see. Next up, a dynamic duo of nothing. Okay. The fact that Martell has no one to shoot scenes with except either Destiny or Chris and Nail. So every Martell scene will be attached to one of them. Period. So that's what it is. So their confessional outfits around here. Again, I'm like, they kind of this the brownness of it all, the brown and beige or whatever. So Destiny's around here in a cat suit, like a cheetah, because men always cheat on her. Martell is why he's bald and not beautiful because it's ugly spirits. I like her hair and her makeup. I do, I do. Martell is just a bald man who sits, but he's also the definition of be careful what you are attracted to, because if no one knew who he was, he would get all the coochie. Because at the end of the day, Martell is a handsome man. He's a handsome man. He's charming when you don't know him for real. As a stranger, he's charming, okay? But because we know who he is a snake in the grass waiting to pounce. Okay, and Destiny is a woman who aligned herself with dangerous men because she feels unworthy of friendship by women. Because if you think about it, she's always on the man's side. I'm just saying. She's always upset with the woman. Just saying. So Martell is just someone you have to be careful what a bald, handsome, nice body man is about. Because sometimes all he is drama and chaos. Period. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And Destiny is someone looking for someone to pay a bill. I'm just saying. I mean, look, at the end of the day, we all want someone to pay our bills. So I'm not hating on that, but I just feel like she gives us nothing else. Okay. Now, do I like her outfit? No. It's too much cheetah. It's too much leopard. It's too much print. Okay. I don't. I don't like the gold necklace with it. I don't like it. I think it's the gloves. Okay, the cat suit with a corset around it and whatever. I don't like it. She could have did better. Martell's suit fits. His suits finally fit. He got a couple dollars, so the suits ain't too tight. So Desi wants us to believe that she's doing. I'm busy now. Because we see her going to meet with a broker at someone else's office or whatever. I've been busy. Look, I have my Madani website that no one supports. And I'm not trying to shit on her. I'm not. I promise y'all. But she makes it too easy. Because she wants us to believe I have this e-commerce building. I have my beauty supply store that closed. I couldn't afford it. So I went to e-commerce to have stuff online. So I'm running that. But you want us to believe that you're running Madani. You're never on. I went to her page. Right? Because I'm like, I want to see if she's really online. Like, because again, if you have an e-commerce business, and if you want people to support you online, you want folks to support your online business. Why aren't you online? So when I went to her page, right, and I said, "Well, let me." I'm so messy. I went to her page as I watched the show last night, and I said, "Well, let me see if she's like, is she online?" You know what I'm saying? So this is her IG page. Okay, because if you are an e-commerce person, you are supposed to be online. Okay. This was from March 25th. Okay. Mm-hmm. This was the event she had for the Madani thing. Okay. Again, March 25th. Okay. Her next post was March 30th. That was at an event, I guess, for Canvas Beauty, which was, with Storm's business. Okay. This was April. Her birthday was tomorrow. Okay. And then this was July 11th. So you want us to believe that you are an e-commerce business person, you're Madani, but you ain't posted shit online in months? You want us to believe that you're busy building Madani, your e-commerce business, but you ain't posted shit since the last season ended. Back then, you ain't posted nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want us to believe. Okay. So when she tell y'all, I'm a businesswoman. Okay, I am a businesswoman around here. Let's go to her Madani page. Where's Madani? Let's go to Madani. Okay. That she never promotes. This candle that's been the same candle for the past year and a half. You want a candle, okay? You want this body mist that is air freshener and also body spray and furniture cleaner, okay? Sugar walls, body mist, and air freshener, and that's it. So you are busy with a candle with a body mist. There's also air freshener, Febreze. Anyway, so again, I'm not knocking her because everyone has to start somewhere. But bitch, you have the luxury of being on one of OWN's top viewed shows, and you ain't even doing shit right. One candle, one a body mist, that's a body spray and air freshener. Child. Don't blame me. I look, all I can do is show y'all what's on there. That's all I can do. Okay. So she's a liar. So to me, she's delusional because you only have a business when you're filming. You have nothing going on with your business when you're not filming, meaning you don't have a business. You're not an e-commerce business person. You're not. When the show was on, hey, let me sell these candles. Girl, the fuck, why would you do that? So again, that's why I say she's a nothing individual on this show. It's fake shit. It's not. She might really have a candle somewhere in the closet, but she's not really trying to do it. She's not really trying to be a business. So she then said, "I'm also and her daddy. Now her daddy's sick. Prayer to the daddy. She said she's a caretaker for daddy. Now that's sad. So again, maybe the caretaking thing is taken away from other stuff. But say that if your real life is you being a caretaker for your father, okay, explore that. Go meet with other caretakers. Have more information on how that goes, if that's your actual life. But you not around here building no candle business, man. You're not doing that. Okay, you not. You and the air freshener body mist is not a thing. It's not. You a mom and a caretaker. Cool, we don't mind that, but stop faking as if you're a business owner because you're not. Okay. Then I'm getting back into real estate. Girl, what? Folks don't know, but I've had my license for 19 years and I'm getting back into real estate. And I say, girl, that's like saying, y'all, I have a driver's license. I've had a license to drive cars for 19 years. I'm going to get back into driving cars. Girl, you have a license that you don't ever use. I don't care. So she then said, so I want Martell. And she's in 2025. I want Martell to help me with some listings because he's such a great business-minded person. That man can't pass the test for. He still don't have his builder's license. He still has to work up under other people. Okay, but I digress. So she round here in her wig, right? I said, first of all, that is a TikTok. Yeah, I had that wig. That's a TikTok headband, curly hair. Child, the fact that me and Destiny, okay, the fact that me and this lady, I got the wig, y'all. Hold on. Now, I ain't never wore it. I told y'all I bought a wig and I ain't wore it yet, right? The fact, hold on, that me and Destiny, now I haven't plucked it out yet, okay? So, little headband around here. Okay. The fact that me and Destiny got the same wig. Now, she has worked hers through. Okay. I ain't worked mine through yet. I guess it's out the box. Okay. It's out the box. Out the box. So, I haven't worked it through yet. Okay. To pull my curls out and whatnot and stuff. I haven't done that yet. Okay. I haven't. But well, now I said, hold on. I said, wait a minute. I got that wig, child. I do. It's a good old TikTok. It's a TikTok wig. I gotta spruce it up a little bit. I gotta spruce it up. But I said, child, she around there in the TikTok wig. I don't need my hair to go. She in her TikTok. I said, okay, TikTok wig. Okay, TikTok wig. Okay, headband wig. Round here. Okay. And look, I'm not knocking her wig. I ordered it. The man cost, I think it was $130 maybe. The human hair and whatnot. And so TikTok, this is how you buy shit. But I said, okay, TikTok wig, do it, girl. Be a wig spokesperson in your outfit and whatnot, okay? But she said in 2025, her TikTok headband wig is going to have Martell help her with listings because she's in real estate now. So he gonna help her. He can't help himself. Okay, he can help himself. He ain't sold a house himself. So, but this how you and look, you do want to use people in your circle if they can help you. Okay, I get that. I fully get that. But you, your TikTok wig, girl, Martell can't help you. The house he built or helped build last season ain't sold yet. He's still trying to sell the one house he built. So you and your TikTok wig does not need to wait on Martell to help you. He can help himself. Don't hit yourself to a broken wagon. Okay? He's still putting training wheels on his own wagon. Girl, go sit somewhere with your TikTok wig. And look, it's a cute wig, y'all. I'm not knocking her wig. I promise y'all, as soon as I wet it and spread it out and make it look pretty, I'm gonna wear it on camera. I've only had, I've probably like maybe 3 weeks now. It's been sitting on my dresser. Because again, I'm a bun girl. It's been really, really hot here. But you know what I'm saying? You can't have bald-headed Martell help you when he can't help himself. So she then said to him, yeah, you can buy my candles because you can make money on this house you're gonna sell. Because you're gonna have me as a realtor. He said, about that. Okay. He already has Chris and another seller on the house. And I'm like, the fact that he already has 2 other realtors on the house, he don't need a third. Especially somebody who ain't did shit in 19 years. You've had a real estate license or whatever. We don't even know if she's a realtor, a broker, or what she does. All he said was, I've had a license in real estate for 19 years and no one knows because you don't do shit with it. It's like a virgin with coochie. Yeah, you've done you can be a 35-year-old lady with a coochie, but if you've never had sex, the coochie is just a coochie. It's not doing anything. It's just there. Okay. So he like, look, I've had Chris and them. Do you mind being the third person on it? Yeah, I don't mind. Of course she don't mind. We don't mind because she don't know how to do shit else. I would go to Chris for help over Martell. Because Chris is an actual realtor. Why go to Martell? And if you had a license all the time, why would you not have plugged Mel's ear when y'all was friends? Anyway, so they go from that conversation to coleslaw. Okay. And where is it at? Let me scroll. I've been going off so long. Oh yeah, so he changes the subject. He goes, "Well, I've been, around here, been a single father. I'm up in Coleslaw, through nursing school. Now, Coleslaw been in nursing school since they was talking around 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago. Okay, so she's still in nursing school. She might just be as dumb as Martell, because if she can't finish nursing school. He can't build houses. What are we going to do? Okay, so the fact that for the first time on this show, they're using her actual name. They're not bleeping her name. They're not saying his baby mama or whatever. They're saying, Ariane, coleslaw, gratuity, curry, never hoped. And that, to me, that means Mel told them, as long as I'm here on the show, we can't have her around here. Ain't no conversation, ain't no nothing, bitch. No. Because Mel is gone now. They're now Ariane, coleslaw, gratuity, curry, never a holt. Okay. And even him saying, I'm trying to help her get through nursing school. I'm like, who the fuck helping you? Who helping you? Anyway, so she just said, oh, so you and your woman, your lady, like y'all for real now? You know what I'm saying? Is it serious? You know what I'm saying? This fool said, well, yeah, if she play cards right, I might give her a ring. I was like, the fact that you cheated on your wife with her, had a baby with her, called her a peasant on national television, okay, dogged her out on the show, trying to get back in Muslim graces, then went and dated Sheree publicly, went on Housewives of Atlanta with Sheree. Okay. And now that Mel don't want you, Sheree don't want you. That was fake too. No one else wants you but Coleslaw. For you to say, oh, if her car's right, I might propose. And she's happy about that shit. Child, they show a picture. Coleslaw has officially been put on the show. Meaning her picture. Her name is finally said. Her picture is finally being shown. And that's their kid. I said, oh, boy. Now this is my thing. I think I said this last week. If Martell and Coleslaw got married, and they at that point, she should be on the show. If not them being engaged, no. If Martell marries Coleslaw, it would make sense if he's a cast member for her to then be on the show. At that, they're married. I don't know if this is their soft launch to see how folks feel about her being mentioned, her picture being shown, and shit or whatnot. I don't know. I don't want her on here until they're married. And that's if that happens. That's if that happens. Okay. I don't know who idea it was to be like, oh, well, yeah, let's just stop. This is mention Coleslaw. She here and whatnot. Oh, thank you for super chat. Stay silent. That's all I got. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love doing the show, and whatnot. But thank you for super chat. I was just like, I can't believe they showed her. Now Martell admits when I met her, I was married or whatever. I've done some things. I called her a peasant on the show. Now when he called her a peasant, he meant that shit. When he referred to her as a peasant, he absolutely meant it. Now he said, well, I only said it because at that point in time I was in a relationship, and that's why I called. No, because she was a peasant. He said, but now I don't feel that way. Of course not, because Mel left you. Okay, we had her up and down, but she's a good girl. You know what I'm saying? She's a good girl, and I like having her by my side. The fact that he calls her a girl, not a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that he sees her as a girl and not a woman speaks volumes to me. Okay, so them sitting up here, chit-chatting, headband, wig, bald man, tight ass coat, fake ass rental office around here, a sad piece conversation. Okay, and technically, I was like, child, mm, mm. But again, Mel has moved on. They are divorced. So I'm not saying we have to hate Coleslaw. However, she will forever be Coleslaw. And Martell trying to recreate this, we've been through ups. No, you dogged her out. And the fact that she has also dogged him when she went on social media saying that Martell be eating her ass. I'm like, girl, why would you say that? That ain't nobody's business. Anybody's business. But again, Aryan, Coleslaw, Gratuity, Curry never hoped. At least he's able to say her name and stuff. Okay. So whatever. So he then asked Destiny about her and Lance. So Lance was Nell's son. Now Lance had a child. And he announced it on social media. She did not know he had a baby. She found out on social media, whatever. But she brought up how, well, I had not talked to Lance since the LA thing, since the reunion. And he then texted me around Thanksgiving saying, happy Thanksgiving. And then like that saying they either the same day or the next day, she said he posted about him having a baby. And she did not know. If y'all had not talked since the reunion, y'all weren't together. Now, it takes 9 months to birth a baby. So the fact that he had someone pregnant the whole time and you didn't know, were y'all really... One, that mean Lance is sneaky. Because if he knew the whole time it was a baby on the way, he should have told her. He should have. But I also feel like they weren't a couple. I feel like maybe they were just doing it or messing around, but not more than that. So we don't know. But she's like, I'm upset because I was attacked online because they came out, but he had a baby. Now, I don't know if she was attacked online, but folk probably did say, girl, you look dumb again. Lance had a baby on you. Mo was married to producer. LeBert, divorced you, I think, a week or two after y'all was born. So it's a pattern of the men she chooses to be with leaves her alone or moves on from her in ways that make her look like a fool, even if she didn't do shit wrong. Like, I'm saying, like, Lance having a baby ain't her fault. Her not knowing is embarrassing because I was just saying, oh, we together, blah, 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 blah. But he had a baby and I didn't know. So that's why I feel like they weren't a couple. I feel like they was messing around, having fun. Maybe just laying around. We don't know. But girl, I guess so. So she then brings up the whole, Martell's video that he did with coleslaw and tater salad. The story of two side chicks. And she's like, I can't believe you went and did the thing. Now they keep saying, oh, the Scot interview. Just say that Martell and Coleslaw went on YouTube and had a lady say she banged Marsau and Martell. Okay. And they're talking around shit that we fully saw happen. Like, just say you was on social media doing an interview accusing Marsau of having a side chick. You know what I'm saying? So they were having that conversation. And he like, look, they said shit about me, so I fought back. You know what I'm saying? If they keep my name out their mouth, I'll leave it alone. But if they keep fucking with me, I'm a pop off. No one's hands is clean in this situation. Not Tisha, Marsau, Kimmy, Maurice, Martell, or Mel. Over the years, there has been things said about all of them. To me, Mel was the only one who was trying to move past the shit. but they kept using her and what happened as current shit. And so that kept happening. Now Mel is gone. And since she's gone, well, now Martell's like, okay, well, let me come and say cheating, mistresses, guys trips, and this and that and the other. And he's using the scapegoat excuse. Well, they've said things about me. They talked about me. They have accused me of things. They've helped ruin my life and this or the other, you know. But I'm like, Martell, when Decky said, I know you've been through a lot. No, he hasn't. He caused a lot. Every bad thing that has happened to Martell was of his own doing. Him cheating on Mel with Coleslaw was his fault. Everything that happened from him cheating on his wife was not him going through a lot. He caused chaos and carnage. So he has not been through a lot. He caused a lot of bullshit to happen in his life, in his kids' life, in Mel's life, and that trickled down to the other couples. And it's weird that she tries to make it feel like Martell is a victim of some kind of hard life. No, he's the fucking villain. But it's weird how much she gives him grace. It's weird to me that she does that so much. You know what I'm saying? But again, because she don't like Mel. But anyone trying to tell Martell to just stop you're wasting your breath. He will never stop. He will never stop. And that is why so much chaos happens in his life. And again, neither one of them has any storyline. We still don't know if he can build a house in his own name. She is never online and she has an online business. We have never seen her show a house, sell a house, but she wants us to believe she's in real estate. She's pissed at Lance for having a baby. Girl, have y'all wanted a date? So again, I'm like, yeah, two birds of a feather flocking together. I digress. And again, Cole's child, headband wig and bald man, having a conversation about coleslaw on a show called Love and Marriage Huntsville. It's just so strange to me, but it's reality. It's reality. Even them avoiding Tisha saying, "Child Martell gay, you like the dick, like I do as well." You know what I'm saying? They're avoiding shit, and I don't know why. Okay, if you say so. Let's go on to Nell and Chris. Child, when I tell you Nell and Chris be at home getting dressed, you hear me? Getting dressed. Okay, you can't tell me he don't like, babe, what color you wearing? Okay, green, a little bit green, cool. I'm gonna throw my green shirt too to match you. You wear red? Bet I got a reddish, orangish tie. I can wear with this brown suit, baby. I got you. Chris and Nell be putting that shit on. Okay, and when I tell y'all, Nell is such a beautiful woman. Chris is a handsome gentleman. And while they're both messy as fuck, don't get it twisted. They're messy in their own way. They're fully in the mess of it all. But I love them as a couple. Okay, I do. Sometimes Chris be backpedaling the pussy popping, but I love them as a couple. Point. I said, bitch, girl, Nell, you better, bitch. You better put this green dress on, okay? Both your arms out, okay? Titties looking good, and you know what I love. You know what I love about her the green. Her titties are tittying, meaning she does not have them pushed up to her neck. They're just sitting around resting as titties should. Okay. Chris's suit complements her dress and her skin tone. Okay. The green in his shirt is great, but the pink is also a great combination color with her skin tone. She's a beautiful reddish skin tone, and the suit matches, and then even her in the red, and her with the red hair matches. It's not too much. It's not too much. His brown suit, the brown suit blends great with the red. Girl, I said, you better, bitch. You better do it. I said, girl, I love you. Okay, anyway, so I like the outfits. Look, they were out there, right? Martell came over. Okay, he came over. Now, at first, they was like, hey, our lives are different now. We got 2 new grandkids. So there's Lance had a baby, and so did Chris Jr. So they have 2 new grandbabies. And, that's Lance's 3rd child, his 1st child. And then being new grandparents, whatever, they've been kind of busy. And it's kind of hindering on their marriage as well. So that's one thing anyway. So Nell will talk to Lance later. Anyway, Martell stopped by. Now, if y'all don't know, Martell is in his villain era. He's consistently in black. Okay. He has fully embraced, I am the villain this season, and I'm going to play that role up and through. All up and through here. Okay. And wow, I think before they were filming, there was an event in Atlanta that Martell went to a coleslaw, and a picture came out of, because Nell and Chris were there. It was a polo classic in Atlanta, and the pictures came out of coleslaw and Nell like friendly. It was more than just one picture, whatever. It was a couple of pictures of them, and it seemed like, oh, Nell, no coleslaw. Oh, okay. And so that shit blew up on social media, whatever. And Nell went on live, child, with her real hair, no makeup. It's a great still. And she was pissed because she felt like Martell or Coleslaw set her up to make it look as if she's cool with the side piece. And at that point in time, her and Mel were cool. Okay. And Nell was pissed. Like, I don't know her. This was going on. I'm pissed. Martell set me up. Martell set me up to have these photos look as if I'm there with them. We all like chummy. It's chummy. And Nell was pissed. Okay. So Martell came over for them to discuss that. Now, Chris and Nell furniture, I said they is an old couple. That is that hard, thick wood. Okay. The good wood. I said, child, you better get that thick wood around that house. With coasters and candles and stuff and lemonade. See, them kind of tables don't leave no ring marks. It's the good thick ass wood. But again, because of this happening and Nell caught backlash from it, she's pissed at Martell. She thinks he set it up for it to be a photo op. Okay. I don't know her. Okay, and it was all on social media, Martell. I don't know her, had not met her that day. So I feel like you set it up for that to happen, because in the picture, you see the picture, like the way that it do look like I'm gonna stand in the middle and just take photographs of them talking. So it did look like it was some stage shit to show Nell, show Coleslaw, and show Martell. Okay, it did feel that way. So she's pissed, saying, how dare you? Okay, how dare you use me to get attention to Coleslaw and make it seem as if I'm cool with her? I don't like it. Okay, now Nell to me went in defense mode because she did not want Mel pissed. At that point, I don't think Mel had quit the show at that point. So to me, Nell was on damage control. Now, do I feel like Nell is cool, Cola? I don't. Um, because I think she was pissed at her husband for cheating. So I do think that's the day she met Coleslaw. However, I do think now she may be around Coleslaw if Martell and Coleslaw are together. I don't know. So, does she have a right to be pissed? Yeah. Because when she said that, she said me and Chris were invited by our PR team. So I think she probably felt like it was a PR stunt all around. Girl, I got hiccups now. Damn, Baja Black gave me hiccups. So sorry, y'all got hiccups. She's upset to piss. Mark, I didn't set nobody up. I would never do that. Folks have set me up in the past, so I would not set anyone up to be caught in a photograph stunt. So I didn't do that. It wasn't me. It was just an off the cuff photo that then was online and blah 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 blah. He said, so I think you owe me an apology. She said, well, if you're saying that you didn't do it, if you're saying it just happens, I can say sorry. But y'all told us, I don't believe him. We don't believe him. Look, the same way Martell and Sheree had those fake photographs of them working out, I fully believe Martell knew, hey, I am trying to get Cole Hall on the show. If by chance I can make it seem as if she know Nell and Nell cool her, if I can by chance get any kind of stuff to get her around here, let's do it. And he probably felt like Nell would not be there, but Nell was pissed. She was upset. Okay, so we had that conversation. So they move on from that. Kristen asked about, hey, you did a YouTube video about Scott's child, and then Tisha went on Carlos King's show and talk shit. Them not wanting to say Tisha went on Carlos King's podcast and called Martell gay. Say it. We know what happened. We know what happened. Tisha said he gay. Okay. So, and the response he did was have the YouTube video with him, coleslaw and potato salad. So, both Chris and Nell was like, look, we understand Martell feeling like the Scots don't have no transparency. They, they don't discuss shit. It's really only other folks. But I'm like, Mel has been saying for years, the Scots don't address their real life shit. Mel kept saying that. So I don't fully understand why y'all surprised. Why y'all shocked? Like, that's been a thing. It's not nothing new, but I digress. So, Martell said, well, they've been talking shit about me, so I'll be talking about shit about them. Martell would be justified if he wasn't a insane individual. You know what I'm saying? If it was a regular person who said, you know what, the Scots keep ignoring stuff, they keep, deflecting from things, I'm going to come out and just say what it is. That would be cool. But because Martell is a extremely flawed individual who deflects his own shit and lies and manipulates the truth, him trying to come at the Scots, it kind of like, man, y'all both is wolves in sheep's clothing, so we don't care at all. Thank you for super chat. Is it Lisa? Doing the live. I ain't having a good time too. We got about 10 more minutes, y'all. Then we gonna be done. Okay, 10 more minutes, and do not forget, I will be like, what time my live say? I don't even know. I have a live schedule for a gossip chat. Is it at 6? So let me move it to 6:30. It's at 6 o'clock right now, but I have not done a thumbnail yet. So I'm gonna move it. But I'll be done with y'all by 5:30 for sure. But let me change it. Let me change it real fast. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put a 7. Let me do the 7. But I can change the thumbnail. I can chill out for a minute and then come back on. So my live for the Gotcha tag is gonna be at 7 p.m. today. So yeah. Anyway, let's go to the last crazy thing, which is Ken, Trisha, and Marquez. So boom, Marquez does not have a confession yet, I don't think, but we have Trisha's thing, and so Ken. I don't know if they realized that Trisha looked ridiculous in her makeup and made her redo it. I don't know. But I noticed that she had the same look twice, but one looked better than the other. So I don't know what happened. The middle one, she looks great. The middle one looks amazing. The hair looks great. Makeup is great. The on the end, I said, child, who did your makeup? Someone don't like you. Whoever did this clown makeup, even the wig looks dry. So I don't know which one she did first or second, but the middle one is much, much better. Cute red dress and whatnot. Ken is in his little red outfit as well. It's cute. Ken always look like he's in a Target t-shirt. Like, does he have any like real shirts, like button-up shirts? I don't know. Anyway, Trisha needs a better stylist at times because that makeup is. I would not even see that makeup and want to go out in public. So we don't know. I don't know. But they are supposedly still together, I guess. I'm not sure. Ken and Marquez meets up. Now again, Ken girlfriend and Marquez wife are the same person. And it's weird that Ken has not put his foot down and say, hey, you need to get divorced. Period. You should not keep fussing with this man. Like, you get divorced or else. Ken is stupid to me because Ken is really dating this lady with a husband. And I don't like the fact that, to me, Trisha is a drama because she can fix this by just divorcing Marquez, and then the kids are old enough where they don't need to co-parent. They're not they're teenagers. So either you got them or he has them, but y'all don't really have to co-parent that much right now. You know what I'm saying? The son is 19. The daughter is, again, I think she's in high school. Trisha and Marquez acting as if they have to co-parent because the kid is 5 and 2. Y'all don't. You don't have to do that shit. Okay? And to me, they have the Ken, Trisha, and Marquez have the realest storyline on the show. And it's unfortunate that they all look so dumb. I mean, child, where Kenya?
It's almost hurtful to me to watch her be so dumb.
Because she can easily divorce Marquez and just be with Ken. She likes the drama, in my opinion. Ken he ain't a sad piece, he's a sad nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because she's married. You met her married. And they were separating. However, they not done. Trisha and Marquez are not done. He ain't done with her and she ain't done with him. Period. And anyone who don't see it is delusional. Okay? The kids... Okay. No, thank you, Siri. The kid, girl, Siri's getting on me. Ken is like... Ken like bragging about taking care of kids. I help your kids. I'm helping your wife. Ken doesn't do shit because he's a good guy. Ken do shit because he wants to be a savior. He wants to look like, see, I helped her, I helped her kids, blah, 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 blah. I promise y'all, when my mom met my dad, my stepfather, okay, I don't, and from the moment my mom met my dad when I was in the first grade. He died 10 years ago. Okay. From the moment he met my mom to the day he died, I don't have not one memory of him ever bringing up what he did as a father figure to me and my siblings to placate in my bio father's face. Because he did what he did because that's what he wanted to. It wasn't about talking about it. Now, I don't know behind closed doors, but I never heard him ever mention nothing like, well, I did. Never. And the way we've heard Ken time after time after time say, I pay for this. I do that. I do this. Either do it and shut up or brag about it and look like you're doing it for attention. Okay. So Ken likes bragging about what he do for hurting kids to really get up under Marquez's skin. And Marquez, don't get me wrong, he is a deadbeat father. Absolutely. Now, when he was married to Trish, we don't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what had happened. But from the moment he left Trish and moved to Atlanta, he ain't been a father to some kids. That's that on that. Okay. However, Ken loves being I pay for this. I'm the man of the household, lot. Because he wants to come off as a savior. He's not doing it out the kindness of his heart. He wants appreciation for what he does. Otherwise, he feels like he ain't doing enough, or he feel like they're not appreciative. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. Now, Marquez is here for a check. He moved back to Huntsville because what I can be on the show. Now, again, the last time they spoke was in LA at the reunion, and child, when Marquez said, "Child, I was gonna flip out. Okay, I was gonna crash out, but you called me, said let's meet up. Look, them meeting up at like a school gym or whatever. It was like at a gym or it felt like a gymnasium or whatever. So them meeting up was cool. Ken wanting to have a one-on-one conversation, a man-to-man conversation to try to get them in a better space. That was great. That is step one. You have to get on better footing with your girlfriend's husband if you want to be on, a level playing field. You have to get along with your girlfriend's husband. Okay, because what else is it's your girlfriend's husband. What do you want him to do? Okay, so Marquez, I was gonna spaz out or whatever, flip out, but you reach out to me and I okay, cool. We can talk things out. I don't have to crash out and whatever. And when Ken said, look, if you fight me, if I fight you, if you beat me up, if I beat you up, that ain't gonna do shit. Okay. So that can't be the thing. I said, cool, that's true as well. And so Marquez said, like, it's tough right now. When me and her ain't talking to each other right now. The kids are the most important, so that's why I'm here in Huntsville. Again, he's here for a check. He is. Now, maybe the check will help him get cool with kids. I don't know. But he's also there because I can get paid to be on the show and whatnot. Can bring up, like, look, I am here. I'm not the kid. I can't take your place or whatever. I'm only here to help the kids and help you and help, communicate better. And I'm like, the kids are old enough now. They don't need y'all help. They don't need y'all to do none of that shit. Okay? Y'all stop using the kids as a reason for y'all bullshit. Okay? Don't do that. If you want to come and hang out with us, if you want to come with the kids, cool. That's fine. We don't mind. I'm saying we want you involved in blah, blah, blah. And when Marquez said, what his name is, when he said, look, there are many things that me and Trisha has still not talked through. And that's the point. Trisha and Marquez have never had a end of marriage conversation. There are many things they have not discussed. And that's the it between them. Okay, there does need to be a conversation between them to finalize the end of the marriage. Otherwise, they're still wanting to fuck. Okay, Ken said, I agree. Okay, he said, but she don't trust you. She don't trust that you're responsible. She said she don't even think that you're being sincere with me. Like, she thinks you have like other intentions. I'm like, does he? Does he? And he was like, look, I feel like she thinks that based on me and her issues. She's putting me her past issues onto what's going on now, and like she don't, and that ain't what it is. Okay, but look, let's just let me and you can hang out, and we can kind of get on better footing. I can hang with the kids, whatever, and then we'll see what happens with Trisha later. Fine, boom, pal. We then see a scene of Trisha and Ken riding around, and he said, "Hey, look, I met up with Marquez. A good time. Like, it was fine. Like, we're okay now. You know what I'm saying?" And well, first of all, when he brought up they spent $10,000 on a home gym, I said again, it's him bringing up money he spent. Okay, I spent $10K on this damn home gym, bitch. Okay, I spent the $10K on it. Weird by me. And it's our lifelong dream to have a gym. Girl, you ain't known that man that long. Anyway, but Ken, like, look, I met him on my quest, whatever. We're in a better space. You know what I'm saying? It's cool right now. And she instantly goes to, I don't know, I don't trust him. He lying, you know what I'm saying? He don't want to be with the kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm fine if he comes get the kid, but I don't want him around me. Fine, Trisha. But I feel like when Ken is saying to you, hey, things went good, Trisha instantly getting negative is a telltale sign she ain't right. Something in her loves the drama. Because if my boyfriend is telling me that my husband and him is cool now, I'm not finna call. I don't want my boyfriend feeling like my husband on some bullshit. She's not trying to warn Ken. She wants Ken to not like that man. She wants them to be at odds. As long as Ken and Marquez are at odds, she don't have to divorce Marquez. She don't have to marry Ken. She likes the bullshit between them. It helps her keep Ken on one side and him on the other. So at her house, okay. Also, Ken said to her, we said, no, he said, first said, please just give it a try. Like, please just try to fix it or whatever you're saying, because we already said that once we get married, we did not want to bring any baggage into the marriage. Trisha said, I threw the baggage in the ocean with bricks on it a long time ago. I said, see, that proved that she ain't healed. Because you riding around with your boyfriend discussing your husband. And when he said, hey, try to fix the bullshit so we can get rid of this baggage. And you said, I threw the bag in the ocean. Girl, you not over nothing. You buried it. Okay? The way to handle baggage is not to throw it away and weigh it down. Okay? It's to unpack that shit. Okay? The way to handle that, you unpack your baggage. You do not throw it away. Okay? Because all that happens is the baggage you threw away down the water shaft, with weight on it, it weighs you down. She just told us the baggage is not unpacked. It's just weighing her down. Girl. Anyway, at her house, right? She has a friend over, her friend Sharon. Let me be clear, Sharon ain't shit. Okay? Sharon ain't shit, and I said it. Okay? Sharon's messy. Okay? Sharon is a true life representation of when you is around here gossiping to your friends about something that has nothing to do with them. Okay. So she met Sharon 4 years ago. She's a new friend. Sharon do not know Marquez. She also did not know Trisha while she was married to Marquez. Okay. I'm a firm believer in I'm not having no kind of conversation in depth with anyone who wasn't around when shit was popping off. Because all you will get is my side. And Trisha is already a spiteful person when it comes to Marquez, but she's pissed at him. You know, so to me, she gives everyone the worst sides of what happened between her and Marquez. And in her version of it, she is this innocent victim who ain't do shit, and he's a horrible, mean troll who ruined her life, and you know all these things. And that is the story that Sharon has got. And Sharon, you ain't shit either. Okay, so they talking or whatever. And girl, you know, Marquez and Ken is friendly now. I gotta get used to that. And when Sharon said, "Oh, Marquez is probably this, you know, trying to court this, and Marquez is probably scheming," I'm like, how would you know? Sharon having thoughts that Sharon fully was being messy because you don't know that man. You don't. So if my friend tell me, hey, my husband and my boyfriend is getting along, I'm not going to say, girl, you want to fuck it up. No, I would say, good. It needs to be better. Sharing Trisha's negative comments about Marquez is proof she ain't shit either. Because you don't know that man at all. And who says when someone say, well, Ken, my boyfriend said my husband's cool right now. Cool. Let's hope it goes well. No, they want to fuss. Okay. So Trisha didn't say things are great when Marquez is not around, he's not involved. But he's your husband. Either divorce him or, you know what I'm saying, handle that shit. So Sharon said, well, it seemed like Ken, she said it seemed like Marquez wants to build a friendship more with Ken than be a dad to the kids. Bitch, how do you know? How do you know? Trisha saying, well, Ken said that Marquez lives here now, but he ain't around the kids don't see him, and I know because the kids, I have their locations or whatever. So you want us to believe your kids don't see him, they don't know he live here, and all this shit. You want us to believe he's only here to hang out with Ken? Is weird. You wanna know why? Because Marquez has walks in the house. Now, first of all, you can't walk in my house uninvited, okay? You can't. Marquez walked in. I was like, now how the fuck this happened? I was confused because I'm like, if y'all not cool, because he said we ain't talked. She said they ain't talking. So I was like, how did he walk in the house? If y'all not cool, he would never do that. To me, that man, they knew they were filming. And production said, hey, go ahead in. Okay. So he walked in, Sharon like, oh, hey, Marquez, I'm Sharon. I was like, girl, calm the fuck down. Sharon was dead as wrong. Okay. Sharon, you have nothing to do with this. Nothing. You did not know her as a wife. Well, I mean, you do because she's a wife now. You did not know her in their marriage. So you should not have gotten involved at all. And to me, Sharon's energy towards him was fully mean, ignorant, rude behavior that she got from what Trisha told her. Now, I'm a firm believer. If my friend tell me my man ain't shit, I hate him. Yes, I'm not going to like him. But I am not going to try to confront him the first time I see him. For what? For what? For why? For who? Now, Marquez was actually valid in his response to Sharon. He like, do I know you? Hi. I don't know you. What do you mean? What y'all got like he was like what the fuck is going on? What I'm dropping my daughter off. I don't know what's going, like, y'all want to talk about something? And he was like, I'm still like, how did he walk in? And Trisha did not say, why did you walk in my house? Like, the fact that she didn't say shit to me meant she knew he was coming in. Because you can't walk in my house and I don't say something back. Now, in her confessional, she did say, you know, he can't be coming to my house. Why did you not say that in the scene? Why did Sharon confront him in the scene? You up and talked to her all this shit about him in the scene. And it felt like, hey, let's go after my husband because I'm upset. You know, so I got things to discuss. I know her. I met her 4 years ago, but if I'm her friend, he's like, you don't. He's like, no, you don't know her, and you don't know me. So I never met you. Okay, you met her after we ended, so you don't know her, and that's true. You do not know either of them in their marriage or divorce or separation. They're stranger to you. So it was so weird them going back and forth. But I did feel like he was right. But I don't know you. And you had this energy towards me, and I'm like, who are you? Who are you? Now they all back and forth. I don't know you, and I don't know you. What you here for? Blah 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 blah. He like, I came here to get my daughter. Oh, how? How you know? How you know? Did our son call you to get her? Now, she said earlier, he don't be with the kids. The kids can't know he here. The kids don't know where he live. So if that's the truth, why would you ask him if your son called him to have him go get your daughter? If you think the kids don't know he's here, why would your son call him to come? You know what I'm saying? To come, like, if he lived in Atlanta, the son would not call him and say, "Hey, go get my sister," because she said the son had left to go get the daughter and take her somewhere else. And then we seen him walk in, the son there. So it was weird. So I'm like, she be lying. You lying, because why would your son call the daddy to do shit? If you say they don't talk, they don't hang out, the son would not have known to call him. Whatever. So I'm like, clearly he was outside. Her doctor said go in. She knew he was coming. It was a bunch of bullshit. He might, she might, he might, she might, and she might. Everyone is mic'd up. I was like, girl, boom, bye. Okay. So you're like, yeah, my son called me and I came because I've been seeing him since I've been here. So even her said earlier on, they don't know. They don't do him because I got them locations. That's not true because your son clearly know the daddy here. So I'm like, she's lying about how much the kids talk to him. You know? So at this point in time, Marquez is like, well, Sharon, you know what I'm saying? Calm down. You doing too much. Trisha, you calm down. Because to me, they both are doing too much. Trisha and old girl. You know what I'm saying? So he like, look, calm down. Like, I'm here because my daughter. Okay. And I don't get why you don't know me, but you got an attitude. Okay. So she then asked, well, Sharon, don't he be? He like, she don't know me, bitch. You can't ask her. You can't ask her nothing about me. Okay. So they talking a lot going on. Okay. And we then see the son walk in. Child, the son walk in. Where you at? The son walk in as they're arguing. They're full on. There's a full back and forth argument between him and the ladies. Okay. 19-year-old son walk in. Okay, like, Dad, come on, let's go. Dad, come on, let's go. We're gonna go get something to eat. Okay, let's go. And he like, you know, my son saved me. My son is he's saved me. I'm like, child, the fact that they're up there fussing in front of their son. A full-on argument. The son tried to come in and say, hey, Dad, come on, let's go. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go. He's telling Marquez, let's leave to go get something to eat. but he's going upstairs. Okay, embarrassing. Okay, he like, look, but Dad, go outside. Dad, let's go outside. Okay, before he leave out, Marquez says to Sharon, "Hey, if you have questions, we can talk. But if you don't know me, like, don't speak on me. Okay." The son, like, Dad, go outside. Dad, go outside. Dad. But again, Dad's arguing, Mom's arguing in front of him, back and forth in it. Marquez then says to Trisha, "You wrong for how you doing the kids." She then say to the son, "Xavier, what I be doing? How do y'all? What I do y'all? Tell me." I'm like, not y'all involved in the child. He just wants y'all to stop fighting. Okay. Both Trisha and Marquez fully arguing back and forth in it. Okay. And I mean, he do leave. He does leave. He walks outside. But I'm like, Marquez bringing up to her, that she's wrong for how she was the kids. Trisha then asking the son to jump in to defend her against the daddy. It's crazy. And when Trisha makes it seem as if the kids don't like her daddy, I don't think the kids don't like him. I think the kids do not like being brought into the middle of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I think the way both Trisha and Marquez used their son in their argument, I think both kids don't like being around them together. I think when they're around them separately, it's fine. I think whenever Marquez and Trisha are together, they fuss and fight, and the kids play referee. And it aggravates me that she acts as if she has not damaged some kids in some kind of way. She has. The same way he has. They both have. You can tell that by, because in a true parenthood, even if the daddy includes the kids in an argument, if you are not trying to do that to the mom, you're not asking your son to defend you to the daddy in an argument. You're just not doing that. You would say, "Hey, son, go upstairs. Son, go upstairs." Like, you would not ask the son shit. She was literally, "Hey, son, yeah, what I do, son? What do I," you know what I'm saying? She has also, so to me, him saying you've done whatever is true, but he's done it too. They both have. We saw a clear representation of when they are fussing and arguing, and if the kid is there, the kid is included, is added into their mess. A clear indication. When the son first said, "Hey, Dad, let's go." Yeah, it's got to eat. Marquez should have left. He should have. Trisha making it seem as if he was wrong for fussing with Sharon. No, you were wrong for allowing Sharon to speak for you to your husband, who she don't know. Period. And the son having to play referee and say, "Hey, Dad, let's go outside. Dad, let's go outside." You know what I'm saying? Go outside, Dad. But I can tell that Trisha wants us to think the kids don't like their daddy. And that's not true. It isn't. The kids don't like being pawns in y'all arguments. So when y'all are around each other, to Trisha, it feels as if, see, they don't like him. And to him, to Marquez, it feels as if their mama is doing shit to make them not comfortable. When in hindsight, when in truth, both of them are fucking the kids over by forcing them to be involved in the toxicness of their marriage. That's how I know she not done with that man, because, excuse me, once you're over a person, you don't get that emotionally invested in an argument. You don't. When Mel and Martell first were like divorcing and separating, Mel will get active and upset because at that point in time, she was still hurt and involved with the mess of her and Martell. You can tell that by the end, Mel like had no reaction to Martell's bullshit because she had moved past it. She had moved past it. That's how you know someone is over something. Trisha gets instantly triggered, an instant reaction when he's around. Even if he don't say, if he's in the room, her whole body language is like, oh, I want to fuck. She likes fighting with him. She likes going tit for tat with him. She liked that shit. And she tries to deflect and say it's her having to, defend herself. And it's like, no, sometimes you cause the argument. Period. And I'm like, there's no reason for y'all to be fussing and fighting now. None. She has a whole boyfriend. I think he has a girlfriend. Y'all kids are teenagers. They're not fussing over being parents. They're fussing because they want to fuck each other. Okay? They're not done with each other. There's a hatred along with an attraction to how toxic they are towards each other. And it aggravates me that she tries to fully blame. It's both of them. He's bad and she is too. Period. She can't keep blaming him for the toxicness of their separation because she adds to it. And if she was truly done with him, she would have been got divorced. She would have been got divorced. And Ken's aggravation with Marquez is not Marquez's aggravating childish behavior towards Trisha. It's the fact that he knows Trisha is not going to divorce Marquez. And so he's aggravated with that. Okay? He is aggravated that Trisha has not divorced Marquez. He's aggravated that he knows deep down she don't want to marry him. But he's hoping if he hold on long enough, if he pay the bills, if he buy enough whatever, that she will eventually love him, but she won't. She won't. She don't even really want to be back with Marquez. They want to fuck one more time. They want to have a hate sex session. That's what they want. And it ain't gonna fix shit. Okay? He's horrible and so is she. But he's not the only horrible person. She is too. Okay? She's caused as much destruction in the kid's life as he has. Yes, she's a constant parent. She is the one who raised them. However, she included the kids in the toxicness of her and Marquez's toxic marriage. Sometimes you being the one to raise the kids does not make you better if you're just as toxic as the parent who ain't there. Think about it. We've seen kids raised in toxic environments. The parent who stays is not always the best parent. It's just the parent that's left. But if she's broken and just unhealed, where do you think all that goes to? Her kids. If he's not there, at least his broken shit ain't in the kids because he ain't there. Now his absence will affect the kids in a different way. Truthfully, it will. But she's the one there giving them the one-on-one energy that they have to feed off of. Even Ken buying their affection, they have to feel grateful. Because my boyfriend bought blop, blop, and bloop. So I think people forget that, yes, the parent that stays and raises the child is, great, cool. But if you are raised by a toxic, angry, unhealed parent, where do you think that energy goes to? It goes to the kids. And the kids are then left to fend for themselves in defense mode. because mom and dad are fighting, and mom wants me to defend her to dad. I just want some food. I want to go to Chili's. Even them talking about the kids are grown, not grown. The son is 19. The daughter has to be at least 13, 14. She's in high school. Y'all have no reason to even to talk. So I just want people to again, we're not letting my eye affect my allergies myself my eye. I'm not trying to make Marquez as innocent, whatever. But I don't like that folks make it seem as if he's the worst of this situation and that he's not. They're equally yoked in toxic behavior toward the kids. And not only is he a toxic absentee father trying to get back in a kid's life, she's a toxic broken mom fucking a nigga who wants to be a savior. Anyway, that's all I have. That's all I have for y'all. Y'all know. Look, our Love and Marriage Huntsville recaps are always long because I be going in. Okay, I try my best to give y'all entertainment because I know some of y'all don't watch the show. So I hope y'all enjoyed today's recap. Again, I will be live at 7 p.m. for a gossip chat. I have to do a thumbnail and all that stuff and whatnot. Every Sunday, we will have live Love and Marriage Huntsville reviews. So come on around here every Sunday, child, for this. But to summarize the episode 1, is the show worth watching? I'll say yes, because everyone has to now address shit. There's no one to hide behind. They no longer have the luxury of hiding behind male. They no longer have the luxury of deflecting to Mel and Martell. Because Nail is like, no, what about y'all? And Martell can't even distract us with coleslaw. So it is worth watching. At least watching my review. Okay, so thank y'all for being around here. Y'all know the content up. If you have not watched the live from last week, go look at those and whatnot. My review for Housewives of Atlanta, the reunion, will be up tomorrow at the premiere, but I will be live in about an hour at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for a gossip chat of the hot topics and whatever's in the blogs. But y'all know, like the video, subscribe, and all that stuff. Thank y'all for all the comments. But I could not get to all the comments. I'm happy y'all commenting, child. It's a great thing. But again, until later on at 7 and until next week and all of that, I gotta go. I love you all. Bye.